It's an MRE from RedCon1. Is it better than what the Army serves? Hey, it's Bryon Lape back with a review you can use. And here we have from RedCon1. I've tried their pre-workout, and now it's time to try some of the protein bars. Well, this is a real whole food MRE bar is what it says. So meals ready to eat, I'm guessing. Meal replacement, real whole food sources, 20 grams of protein, chocolate, oatmeal chocolate chip. One of my favorite types of cookies that no one seems to like. 260 calories. This thing was almost $4, by the way, at Meijer. So I know it's low in sugar, so 6 grams of sugar, 5 grams of added sugar. That includes 5 grams, so 6 grams total. 29 carbs, dietary fibers, 3 carbs. I don't know what the rest of the carbs are. That's only 9 carbs. I don't know what the 20 are. I have no idea if there are sugar alcohols in here that aren't listed. Let's get to the stuff. So it contains milk, soy, almond, peanut, egg, coconut, and fish. Really? Fish. Manufacturer plant that processes milk, soy, wheat, tree nut, peanut, egg, and fish. Odd. Protein blend. Okay. Beef protein isolate, salmon protein isolate, chicken protein isolate. No wonder this thing's $4. Egg, albumin, I guess, albumin, brown rice protein, pea protein. So some nice mixture there of meat and some good vegetable proteins. Gluten-free rolled oats, carbohydrate blend, dehydrated yam, dehydrated sugar, sweet potato, pea starch, coconut water powder. Dehydrated blueberries, dehydrated goji berries, I guess. Maltodextrin, dextrose, medium chain triglycerides. That might be where some of the other carbs are. Cellulose gums, cinnamon, salt, sucralose. Oh goody, and it's not near the end. Oh no, okay. Okay, so what is this? Is in parentheses. So that's the carbohydrate blend. So yeah, the MCT oil. Soybean isolate, vegetable oils, vegetable sugar, not vegetable sugars, vegetable glycerin, sugar, and a bunch of other stuff. There's chicory root fiber, natural flavor, sunflower lecithin, whey, mono, and diglycerides. Yeah, MCT is medium chain triglycerides. Soy, beta-carotene, vitamin A, and on and on and on. Almond and sucralose. All right, let's see what we got. It's a long list of stuff, of real food. Ooh, it's chocolatey, all right. Oh boy, that has one of the strangest smells I've ever. That really smells like a chocolatey vegetable bar. So we've got some crunches in here. It's got a really interesting aroma. It's not off-putting, it's just different. So, and I have done some vegetables, and I actually Meijer's got some more no-cal bars that I want to try. Wow. It's fascinating. So, looks like we've got some decent texture. Looks like all that stuff is kind of rolled up into a nougat. So, well, it's got an interesting smell. Let's see how it tastes. Okay, so first of all, it doesn't look anything like the picture at all. It's not that thick, and it's at least the part that, I mean, that's, yeah. So I don't know what that is. That's not the bar. If I didn't read that this was oatmeal chocolate chip, I would think it was peanut butter and chocolate chip, chocolate. There are some peanuts and stuff in there. And if you didn't tell me that it had beef protein and chicken and all that other stuff, I wouldn't know. I don't taste fish. The aftertaste and texture is very similar to some of the brown rice protein and the pea protein. You have for me, especially the brown rice, leaves this real chalky, it's a fine chalk, and it's not bad. Okay, it's not like I ate a piece of chalk, but it has this chalkiness to it late in the aftertaste. And it kind of sticks around a little bit and then it kind of goes. Like if you took brown rice and chopped it up extremely fine, or if you've ever eaten rice uncooked, put some kernels and chew on them, and once you chew them up, you'll get this kind of a powdery feel that's dry. That's why I call it chalk, because it's like it doesn't get wet, it just is dry. Not bad at all. Okay, now I've had a few meal replacement bars on this channel. We've done some, and it's been a long time though. 260 calories is not a huge meal. However, with 9 grams of fat, which is 25% of your daily volume, by the government's idiotic standards, there's a good chance that this will feel filling, at least as let's say a large snack. I wouldn't call it a meal. 260 calories is nowhere near enough, at least for me, for a meal. But because of its low sugar, and it does have some sugar alcohols, even with the sucralose, it's not overly sweet. I don't think you're going to get much of an insulin spike here. Because it doesn't taste overly sweet, doesn't have a lot of sugar. So you might say, well, who cares if it tastes overly sweet? There's some evidence, and some people actually experienced this, where that sweetness, if it's really sweet, the brain will pick that up, and they'll tell the pancreas to produce insulin, even though it shouldn't. And that actually can drop your blood sugar. I actually experienced this myself a few years ago when I was doing some supplements, some pre-workout and some other stuff that was really sweet, and I was working out in the gym and my blood sugar dropped, and I'm like, what in the world's going on here? And I had to go sip on a Gatorade, which is horrible because it's just loaded with sugar, and had to water it down. I mean, it takes me hours to drink with those. But once I got enough, I got my blood sugar back up. And it doesn't happen all the time, so it's not like a guarantee you get something really sickening sweet, but it's all artificial sweet and there's 0 calories in it and 0 sugars, and your blood sugar is about normal, and it'll crash, but it might. This is a long-winded rant here to say. I mean, I don't know what to judge it against, because of I like that it has these other proteins, but it still is a chocolatey, peanut buttery bar, right? It's not some of those other ones, and I really need to get to some of those that they're not beef jerky, but they're like a protein bar, if you will, but it's like all meat and fats, and they're all dried, it's cooked in some fashion. So it still has the taste and texture of your typical chocolate, peanut buttery. I don't know where the oatmeal is. I guess it's in there somewhere. But it does have the potential to be more satisfying and more filling because of the variety of foods that are in it, the amount that is real food as opposed to some kind of processed crap. Sucralose I'm not a huge fan of. This isn't something I eat a lot of, but I understand why people put it in there, and some of my protein powders I have it in it, although I've started to look for that, and I try to stay clear, but not always. Sometimes you just can't avoid it. But I mean, this is good. Now, whether it's worth $4, I don't know. It's hard for me to say that. However, considering its size and its protein sources, I would say $4, I think $3.98 or whatever it was, is a fair price. So I guess it is worth it, because when you have all these different sources and natural sources, it gets expensive. If this was just a protein bar made, say, from whey isolate and some whey concentrate, $3.95 is way too much. And I don't know if it's baked or not. It feels like it's baked. But considering all the other stuff, I think $4 feels like because I've done some bars half this size that were $4, but they were all, various seeds and nuts and everything, and it had like 12 grams of protein in it if you're lucky. So as a protein source, but I think is a good set. So if you're kind of bulking a little bit, or well, actually with the fats and stuff, it's not too bad. But if you're trying to get some extra calories, extra protein, and you're just kind of bored with your typical protein bar, or if you're not feeling satisfied by them, I would definitely try this bar. it would probably definitely with the higher, slightly higher fat content. Now, if the fats were say twice as much, it would definitely satiate you, at least for a few hours, right? Meal replacement, it's a stretch for me, but most bars are. Most meal replacements, you start about 500 calories. Now we're talking. In particular, when there's no, very little sugar in it, and far more fats and protein. But overall, good. I mean, this is like a solid 9 out of 10 for me. It's just, be mindful of some of the ingredients if you have allergies, and know that it's going to have, because of the rice and the pea proteins, it's going to have a texture you may not be used to if you're just pretty much eating whey protein bars. Because those are very smooth and very, they don't have that chalkiness afterwards, and it's very slight and simple one. It's not like you're going to choke on it, so don't get me wrong, but it is a different texture if you're not used to it, so that might throw you for a little bit. But there's no acquired taste here. I think it was decent. So 9 out of 10 for me from a RedCon MRE bar. So have you tried them? Are there any other flavors to the MREs? Do they have any other bars you want to see me review? Let me know in the comments below. Also, while you're down there, please click like and share this video everywhere. I've seen people share my videos. I've also seen my videos on sites I've never been to. Very odd how these things get sucked down and spat all over the internet, and I don't get credit for that. So we'll see. Thank you very much, and we will see you. Goodbye. Hey, it's Bryon Lape. God bless. Can't even say my own name.